You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, GH viewers. It sure looks like Nina Reeves is circling the drain now that she's the town pariah and those that she cares about most have turned on her. But is she done? Is she going to leave town with her head hung in shame? Hey guys, this is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have to say, I do not expect Nina to roll over. Instead, I think she might lash out now that she has literally nothing left to lose. What could she do in this unhinged state? Let's chat about it, but please click subscribe if you haven't already. So Nina's lost Sonny. He slammed the door in her face after forcing her to come clean to Carly. Ava is sharing the apartment now, and Nina is not welcome. Even after she bailed him out with Cyrus, Sonny told Nina, "Don't interfere in my life. We're done. If you think about doing something for me, don't." I do think eventually he might forgive her. I've said that for a while. Ever since the Nixon Falls version of Mike, Sonny's been more forgiving, but overall in his GH history, not so much. He may forgive her long run, not until, she's been kicked a lot and paid for her crimes. And of course, he would take heat from the family if he forgives her. And in a recent interview, Maurice Benard said that Sonny is more like Sonny used to be pre-Nixon Falls. So it may be a minute. And so for right now, as far as Nina knows, she has truly lost the man that she loves. Nina's also lost her one living daughter, Willow. Willow was already 95% done with Nina. And then Nina dropped that dime on Michael, told Carly, the truth. Mind you, she told her exactly the truth, but that made Willow hate her for good. I think Willow's off the mark about why Nina did the things she did. She was saying stuff like, you didn't want Carly to also be a grandparent to Wiley and Amelia. That's just not true. What she wanted was for Carly to stop trying to block her from seeing her daughter and grandkids. Carly was doing that at every moment that she could and encouraging Michael to do it too. So Willow, she's smoking a little bit of crack with some of the stuff she said. And I don't know why she thought Nina would cover for Michael. If the truth's coming out, it all needs to come out, all of it. And, Willow even defended Carly, saying that I told Carly that I didn't want to know who my biological mother was after the custody hearing. But then she had Drew looking for her biological mother, and Carly wasn't helping out. So there's that. So for me, I'm just kind of over Willow. She forgave freaking Harmony, her adoptive mother, basically the woman who stole her. She let a cult leader take her virginity and rape her daughter repeatedly, but Willow's forgiving Harmony. She forgave her thoroughly even before she died. And on the scale of sin and bad things, to me, letting a cult leader rape your virgin daughter repeatedly is so much worse than tattling on your mother-in-law, who did, by the way, actually break a law. Willow, I don't even understand. I struggle to like her. I know they want us to like her, but I struggle to like her some days. And Drew has also vowed to make Nina pay, but the dialogue he had this week with Carly about Nina being the only reason he was in prison because the SEC wouldn't have looked at the stock purchase if not for her. Let's dial it back. How about if Carly hadn't engaged in insider trading at all? It's not like she was stealing a loaf of bread to feed a hungry child. She was trying to help her very rich boyfriend, Drew, and her wealthy son, Michael, get even richer. That's shady. She was trying to cheat the system to benefit 1%ers. I've said this in the comments, but there is a reason insider trading is a crime. When somebody cheats the system and they win, guess what? Other people lose, like pension funds, old folks' retirement accounts, things like that. Insider trading is not a victimless crime. If you think it is, maybe you need to go to Wikipedia and do some reading. I digress. Please don't call me a Carly hater over this. I'm a Carly explainer right now. I'm trying to explain the legalities of what she did. It wasn't a nothing crime. Just because she lost money instead of raking in money doesn't make it less of a crime. But I strongly agree with Carly when she called Nina a hypocrite at the hospital because, yes, Nina married a mobster. Nina has no problem with Sonny's crimes. Nina just went to Cyrus to ask if he will let Sonny get away with another crime. Nina absolutely is a hypocrite. She is. I mean, there's no getting around it. And no doubt Nina was being really petty when she turned them over to the SEC. But Carly handed her the opportunity to do it. If Carly hadn't done what she did, Nina couldn't have done what she did. So it's a domino effect, people. Carly told Drew one of the ways she was going to get payback on Nina is refusing to serve her at Kelly's, aka Bobby's. So is that the big move, the big power move? Deny her a BLT? You go, girl. Keep those milkshakes in your yard. But clearly, Drew has something huge planned to punish Nina. But really, what can he do to her? I mean, I'm kind of actually hoping it doesn't go the way he wants and his head kind of explodes because Drew's been such a tool lately. I want to see him frustrated. There's really only one thing Drew can do. There's nothing he can do with her personal life. She's already been dumped by her daughter, dumped by her husband, her personal life already self-destructed, definitely all her fault. The one thing Drew can do is fire her from Crimson or sell Crimson to some other publisher that's out of state, out of the country. I expect that's what he's going to try. I think he's going to try firing her. In Friday, January 19th spoilers, there's scenes of Nina arguing with Drew in her office at Crimson. She says, "Did you honestly think I would just roll over and accept this?" while he's making like bug eyes. I think he did expect that he could come in and posture and be like a big man and that she was going to roll over and take that firing. I mean, this version of Drew only knows like the low-key, more pleasant parts of Nina. Let's not forget, she's got a very unhinged side. She drugged Ava and cut a baby out of her. And then she later somehow convinced Ava to be her best friend. If that's not some second-level diabolical stuff, I do not know what is. So he may need to gird his loins before he goes into battle with her. With Nina losing pretty much everything, I think she's going to start lashing out. And I think some of it's going to be at people that she cares about, just because they've hurt her, as well as lashing out at people that she really doesn't like at all. So here's a few things I think that she might do just real quick. I think she's going to lash out at Drew. I think she's going to basically blackmail him by contacting advertisers of Crimson and possibly maybe contact Jax and let him know that he's basically trying to burn down the most profitable segment of Aurora Media. I think she's going to lash out at Carly. I think we got a lot more petty comments ahead from Nina. Generally, when Carly starts to unload on her like she always does, Nina holds back a little because of Sonny, because of Willow. But now, I don't think Nina's going to hold back. I mean, she may start shouting Carly's many sins and dirty laundry over the rooftops since Carly likes to remind her of hers, and now Nina's got no reason to hold back. This could turn into a just all-out slap fest cat fight, and I'm kind of there for that. The third thing she could do, she could lash out at Sonny. But I only think Nina will lash out at Sonny if he starts sleeping with somebody else, no matter who it is. Anybody he's seeing, I can see Nina coming unglued and chewing him a new one, and the same for whoever he's dating or banging. And I can totally see Sonny taking someone into his bed, because that's the kind of petty crap he does when he's upset, is he cheats. And he is still married to Nina, but I don't see him keeping it zipped for too long. We'll see. The fourth thing Nina could do is lash out at Michael. Nina and Michael have never been friends. They've not really much liked each other, and it's worse since she lost Willow. So I think she is going to tell him that she hopes that he pays a price for blackmailing her and keeping the secret, and she hopes he loses out too. I can see snarky comments like that. I think that Nina may lash out at Willow, but in an indirect manner. I don't see Nina coming up and chewing out Willow directly, but I could see her publicly spending time with Sasha, lavishing attention on the closest thing she has to a daughter after all this comes out. If Willow sees Nina happy with Sasha, it might rub her the wrong way, and Nina might like that. Things are going to get hard soon because Wiley is not going to stop asking about Grandma Nina and when he can see her, and exactly how can they explain keeping him apart from Nina, because Nina's not going to lie to cover for Michael now. If Wiley comes up and asks Nina, when can I see you? She's like, I don't know. It's up to your parents. I would love to see you, but they won't let me. You know, she could get super duper petty. It's not like they can say, oh, Grandma Nina reported Grandma Carly for a crime. And Wiley can say, oh, well, did Grandma Carly do a bad thing? Well, like, yeah. Well, then why is it a bad thing that she told on her? Aren't we supposed to tell the truth? I mean, this could get so awkward so fast. So it's going to be painful for both Wiley and Nina if they keep them apart. And if they do try to keep them apart, Nina's going to lash out more. There's a whole like Hurricane Nina coming. She's definitely one that lashes out when she's upset. That's what got her into this mess right now, because she was angry with Carly for being crappy to her and she dropped the dime on her. So yeah, I am most interested to see what Nina does to Drew, because he's the one who comes looking for payback first. I don't think she's going to burn Kelly's down over not getting a BLT. Nina might burn down Crimson, depending on what Drew says and does. So maybe he needs to think this through. She might just surprise him, and then he might be the one to come unglued and lashing out. We'll see. Hey, subscribe if you haven't. Definitely drop your comments and come back soon. This is Belinda from Soap Dirt. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.